Hi everybody, it's Eileen. I decided today that I was going to show you how to do my pork tenderloin that I make on the rotisserie in my deluxe air fryer. She's hiding right now, but look at see, there she is. You know she's always on the countertop. Okay, so I already have got a little bit started for you guys already. So this is just a pork tenderloin I picked up at the grocery store. I'm going to take my chef knife. Oh, I got to tell you, one of the things I love about this chef knife so much is there's a little circle. It's got a P and a C here and one P and C with a wonderful happy spoon. The reason for that is because the proper way to hold your knife is that you wrap your hand around your knife like this, right? And then you put your thumb on the circle. You don't put it this way because if you do it this way, your hand can slide across the knife and then that's how you're going to get cut, and we don't want anybody cut. Okay, so put your thumb on the circle here, right? And when you do that, you will never ever be able to pull the knife away and then you won't cut yourself. Okay, so I am going to flip this open. Hey, Miss Lisa and Linda, I'm so glad you guys are watching me because you know what? It always makes it more fun when someone watches me cook. I almost then feel like I'm still at someone's house cooking because quite frankly, I really, really miss cooking with everybody. And one day, I will get to do that again. Gosh only bullies, I always hope. Okay, so this is the rotisserie. And all I'm going to do is loosen up the little screws here. And I am going to take the rod out, all right? And we're going to put that little bit right there. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick my rod in here. And we're going to, okay, because you guys are watching me, okay, so you're part of the we. We're going to stick my rod in between here. I've already cut my piece of string, because otherwise how would my pork tenderloin stay on? So we're just going to tie him up nice and tight, right? Because we don't want him to fall apart and fall away and I lose him. Yeah, I know it's like really hot at every place else except in my house, you know. If you guys ever get too cold, you should come visit me. I think my house right now is 71, which is why I have a sweater on too, right? I know, you'd think I was doing this in the middle of the winter instead of in August. Okay, so anyways. So we're going to wrap this up nice and tight. Okay, and here's the good thing. As everybody who knows me knows, perfectionism when Eileen is cooking is not a requirement of my life. Because if it was a requirement of my life, you do realize that I would not be a Pampered Chef consultant for the last 24 years. Can you believe it's been 24 years since I started? Yep. Went to my first show in August of 1992. And the reason I know that is because Mr. Christopher, better known as Thy Child, I'm taking my sweater off. Now I'm hot. Christopher was 2 years old, and I went to a show. And that was back in Minnesota. And the consultant looked at me and said, you know, you should really do this. And I said, well, that's a great idea. Except for the fact that I moved into Puerto Rico and I'm not sure how long we're going to live there. And we ended up living there for, I don't know, what was it? So I think we moved like in, I think it was almost 9 months. You know, it's a really, really, really beautiful place. And then, fast forward, we moved some more, and we moved some more. And we landed here in Virginia. And because of Mark's work, which was why we were always moving, and we landed here, and Christopher was starting kindergarten, and I was like, you know, wasn't quite sure. Chris was gonna, we lived here for a while, and Chris was starting kindergarten, and I was like, you know, I think it's time for me to go to work. But I needed to make sure that whatever I decided to do, I could work around Mark's work schedule, because he had really crazy work schedules, and he traveled a lot, and well, just the way it was going to have to be. And I went to a show in May. We moved here in December of '95. I went to a show, and that one of Mark's coworkers' wives had. And I came home, because I loved the 4 or 5 things that I bought at my original show back in '92. And Mark said, what did you get? And I said, didn't buy anything, but guess what? I can do this. And so, fast forward, that was May. Fast forward, August arrived. Chrissy got ready to start kindergarten. And I said, I can do this. And so, and that's the backstory. And I started because I just wanted to meet friends. And you know, the thing is, those of you who I all know here in Virginia, I wouldn't know you had it up been for my business. And lucky ducky me has gotten to meet all of you. I wouldn't know you, Linda. I wouldn't know you, Lisa. So lucky. Okay, so this is my fabulous, wonderful air fryer. If you guys have been watching me since March, you all know how much I absolutely love, 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 love this machine. Okay, so I'm going to put my knife right here, because otherwise, you know, I'll cut myself. Okay, so it's so simple to use, right, guys? So I'm going to open it up. This is my air fryer. I'm going to take, now you do realize, some days everything works really coordinated for me. And some days, well, it just doesn't work quite coordinated, which is what happened right now. I did not put this on. Okay, so there's little knobby ends here. It doesn't matter which way you put it. Doesn't matter if you're, see, it doesn't have to look so pretty. And then all I do is I just line this up. And anyone who knows me knows I'm not always the most coordinated woman in the whole wide world. Actually, I'm just downright clumsy. Just, let's go. Now, I'm going to stick this in here. You will do this better than me. Okay. There we go. And you just stick it in these little notches, okay? And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my hands because they were full apart. Okay. Then I simply close her up, throw my garbage away, wash my hands again. So by the way, guys, when you watch my little video, give me a 1 if you watch me live. Give me a 2 if you watch the replay. And hey, let me know what you think, because, you know, it's always kind of nice to know. Okay, so here's all I do. I'm going to hit cancel, though I had it on. I'm going to roll this over to rotisserie, okay? And then all I'm going to do is hit the start button. Well, and it's 45. I know, having made another of these porks, it's the only reason I know, okay? I know that this takes me, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. And I'm just going to hit the start button. I'm going to turn the light on. And I'm not sure. Hi, Leslie in Virginia. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but there's a light in here. Here, let me tilt me down. Let me tilt my phone down. Okay. So there's a light in here, right? So I can see it rotisserie. Okay. So that's a good thing. Okay. Here I am. Okay. Now, why do I just love this thing. And I've had people go, I have an air fryer. Why are you so in love with this? Let me tell you why I love this little machine so much. The reason I love this machine so much is because everything I can do with it, okay? So I can custom set the time and temperature just like you would with a regular oven. I can air fry with it. So instead of I absolutely love French fries, and I like to roast vegetables, and I like to make, well, lots of different things, right? So I don't have to put them in the oil. Now instead what I can do is I can just go ahead, which I love to be able to do, and I can just air fry them, right? Which is pretty darn cool. Hi, Sharon. So glad you're joining me too. Okay, so I can do that. I can bake with it. So I can bake bread with it. I could bake a cake with it. Any of my items, like my 8-inch frying pan, my small stones, my small sheet pans, they all fit in here, right? My 8-inch skillet will fit in here. I can use my microwave pasta cooker will fit in here too, right? There's probably, I think we figured it out, I think there's like 13 different products that will fit in here, so you can use them to bake different foods, right? So I've done like my microwave pasta cooker. I've used it to make casseroles in it. I've done dinner rolls in it. I've done all kinds of different things, right? But you can also just take and bake like cookies and things, and all you do is you just take parchment paper, and you can order this parchment paper off of the Amazon or go to a cooking store, right? If we ever walk into stores anymore, they got little air holes in them, right? And you can make cookies, and you can do dinner rolls in here, and they can all be cooked in here too. And you know, lots of times you may not need 24 cookies, right? Because if I have 24 cookies, you know what I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to eat 24 cookies if I make 6 cookies. A good thing, right? So I can do that, and then I can roast. So if I just wanted to put food on the run, so I could do a roast, I could do chicken in here, I can roast vegetables in here, right? I can do all that because it comes with 2 different racks, right? And they just slide right in. And here's the great thing. When you're cooking an air fry, when you're cooking on dehydrated, anything really other than the rotisserie, it will beep at you halfway through the cooking time so that you know that you rotate the bottom one of your racks to the top. Okay, and then I can rotisserie, which was what we're doing. And I'll tell you, instead of reheating your food in the microwave, just reheat it in here. It tastes so incredibly good. And sometimes I think, honestly, it probably tastes better reheated in here than it does the first time you cooked it. How amazing is that, right? Because I've always said this. Just let me cook once and eat 10 times because that's just the way I am, right? But Mark still thinks I should feed him. Smiles amazing things. He thinks I should feed him, right? So I'm nice enough to. Okay, and then this one is dehydrated. You know, I have looked, and I really do like dehydrated vegetables, and I like dehydrated fruits. I love dehydrated fruits. But they're so incredibly high in sugar and fat and grease and stuff, which I don't need. I mean, I really don't need. So instead, I can dehydrate them in here and take care of it. Now, let me tell you the best news of all, right? So here's my best news to tell all of you. Our air fryer came out the 1st of March. Our air fryer has been on the top of the wish list of why our hosts have been booking shows. And our customers who keep going, I just want my air fryer, right? Well, we were selling them faster than we could even get. Manufacturers could not make them as fast, and we had a bunch in stock, right? And we could not. So what happened was, we went ahead and they said, okay, the only way people who are going to be able to get the air fryer, and this was like all summer long, it was our host, right? And they had to have a 650 show. The exciting, fabulous news, found this out yesterday, September 1st, is our new fall products are arriving. Oh, and we have this really new cool attachment so you can do the spits, you know, the kebabs. You can do kebabs in here. You can do 6 of them at a time. It's so cool, right? That's the next list of things I need to do. Okay, anyways. So now you can get this all kinds of different ways, right? So you can be a customer. You can order your air fryer and it'll come to your house, okay? You can host a show, no matter what the sales are, right? And you can get it at 20% off, or you can even next month, 60% off. Now that's a deal. And you want to know what else? And if you have been watching me for the last 24 years, whether it's a cooking show or now you watch me on Facebook, so bizarre, right? It's in our new consultant kits. And so when I look at people and they're like, why would you get this? I'm always like, why would you not? Because, you know, here's the really good thing. You can get your air fryer home. You can play with it. You will fall in love with it. I've only had one person not fall in love. Don't understand. Just blows me away. Anyways, with all of our products, except for food, of course, if you're not happy with something within the first 30 days, did you know that Pampered Chef will even pay once you get it to send it back for free? But you honestly, you have an entire year to play with your air fryer. Decide how much you just love, love, love it. Now, you might be concerned going, this is all handy dandy, but how will I know how to use it? Well, that's too simple because, let me find it, because I have all my important cooking guides. You know, air fryer, cooking blender, quick cooker, and you know I gotta have some seasoned spice. You know, I mean, that's just like a necessity of life too. Okay, but anyways, back to what we were talking about. Air fryer, right? So here's the cool thing. The air fryer guide tells you exactly which vegetables, which food, you know, if you're cooking pork, chicken, whatever, it tells you how to cook it and tells you how long to cook it, tells you what setting to use. Listen, you can read, you can play with an air fryer. You do trust me, don't you? Okay, tell me you trust me because it makes me feel better. You know, I do a little bit at least, just so you guys think you like me. Let's get realistic here. Okay, but it's got all these great ones, and I'll have to tell you, I haven't made anything that I haven't fallen in love with. And people have said, but would I ever use it? We use our air fryer on average almost every single day. Honestly, about the only time I ever turn my oven on if I need to bake anything is like I baked cookies, and yeah, I made the whole batch. I made oatmeal cookies, and they're really good. And I made banana bread on Sunday, so they had to go in the big oven. But otherwise, it's like, why bother? You know, I love roasted vegetables. You know, all the produce that's still coming out of the gardens and is at the farmer's markets, why would you not want to roast your vegetables? You know, if you're roasting your vegetables in the oven, well, then I'm looking at easily, it can take 45 minutes, and I got to heat the oven up. And if I'm only doing them for myself, and this is about all I need, why would I want to heat the oven up when I could just put them here? You know, and then it comes with its own basket. I'm telling you, you guys, you will love, 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 love this. I'm just going to say. So, how can we do this? Well, we can do it. Remember, you can get it 4 different ways. Let me know. I'll put you on my list for the 1st of September. Get it that way. You'll just buy it and get it that way. You'll love, love, love it. Trust me. Let's do have your own party. How can you do that? Well, we can do it all in one. You just share the link. Super simple, simple to do it that way. You can go ahead and we can do a Zoom one. They're really fun. We've all been Zooming, right? So now I just do a live Zoom cooking show, and then, you know, and you guys can all talk to me at the same time I'm talking to you, and that'll work. Or we could do a Facebook Live like this, and then you guys come in away, and I read the comments, and, you know, and we're all doing hunky-dory great, and we do it that way. That'll work. Or I just do a virtual show, and we can do it that way too. You know, so trust me, we can work it out. Oh, and we even can do message ones. They're 30 minutes. They're fine too, right? We can do it. Don't worry. Or you just become a consultant and get it that way. So, comment who's ready to have their party in September. I've got a few. I've got some open days, and I'm making extra space because who doesn't want it? And think about this too. Why not have your party in September and have a sneak peek and be the first one, you and your friends, to see all the new fall products and get started on what you're going to need for your Christmas gifts, your holiday gifts, and also all of your holiday cooking, because, you know, the holidays aren't that far away. They're still coming this year. Okie doke. So, let's take a peek. We have 10 minutes down. Okay, so let me tilt. I want to show you guys how great this is doing. Okay, hold on. Stick with me. Okay, can you guys see? You know. Okay, look at how pretty my roast is, right? See how pretty it is? We'll just put that right back in. Aren't you? This is how easy it is. I tell you, if I can do this, yep, it's turning. Listen, if I can figure out how to do this, I know every single one of you can. Okay, so I will take a picture, and when it's all done, and let you guys know. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been wonderful. So, have a great day. Okay.